Konami Studios.
Avengers issue 38. Now, I've said it before, I only jumped on to Aaron's Avenger run just because he did a whole arc with Moon Knight. And if you guys don't know, Moon Knight is my favorite comic book character of all time. So I'm like, I'm gonna read this book. I figured, you know what, the views do okay when I do Avengers books, so let's get deeper into the madness that is this book. Like I said, I haven't read the previous 30-something issues. I don't get this book. Maybe one of you will explain it to me. Instead of doing like what I normally do, I'm actually going to go through each individual page of this book and break down what I'm seeing just because it's really freaking weird. I don't know if I like it. So we open up this book. We are in a few centuries ago, somewhere in the Kansas territory, and there's a man who is dying, his family is starving, and he makes a deal with the devil to keep them alive. And we see this man's name is Ambrose Randolph Winthrop, and okay, he makes a deal with the devil, and the devil is Mephisto. We are saying it's Mephisto. What a weird book, guys. Like, please tell me if people are enjoying this run on Avengers, because I find it to be absolutely horrendous so far. Except for this one scene right here that I really like. So we get a couple of pages that are dedicated to a Moon Knight and Black Panther conversation. And it pretty much, just to sum it up, it goes, Black Panther's like, man, you really messed up there. If it were up to my teammates, we'd lock you in prison. And Moon Knight's like, yeah, well, I did the right thing. I tried to do the right thing, even if you didn't agree with it. But you did, T'Challa, so it doesn't matter. And T'Challa's like, yep, I know. I'd like to offer you a role as an Avenger. And there's a nice moment where Moon Knight, I love this one with Moon Knight. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna work with you. You guys are idiots. Like, Khonshu will be Khonshu. I can't stop him. I'm just gonna go back to my little corner of the world and do what I do. So, you know, great way to know that Moon Knight's just gonna go back to the status quo and nothing's really gonna matter with him. So we're okay. I liked that they had that moment. The artwork is alright, I will say that. I think more in this issue, I like the way that Black Panther and Moon Knight have both been drawn. They look pretty nice here. The way the shadows and the lights bounce off both of them, it looks okay. I'm still not sure if I'm a huge fan of this art style, but it works for the most part. I just don't know if the style works for the story being told. So then we cut to Avengers Mountain, which is something I vaguely know. They're inside a giant celestial, I think. And Tony's freaking out, and he's having a conversation with Steve and Carol. And he's just like, this is bad, everything's bad. Mephisto is a pan-dimensional being who's created a bunch of creatures of himself and versions of himself across space and time, and it's a war we're losing. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I don't really have anything to say about that. We get some more stuff with Mephisto talking to some people that know William Randolph Hearst, but that's wrong. Ambrose Randolph Winthrop, and it's like, okay, so we're seeing Mephisto is like the biggest bad of all time, which before we get further down to that book, everybody who's watching this video and you made it to this point in the clip, please put in the comments if you think Mephisto should be the biggest villain in the Marvel Universe. I don't think he should. I don't think he should be near at all the biggest villain in the Marvel Universe. I don't think he should be the scariest at all. I think you should keep Mephisto connected to Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and maybe the way they kind of set this up, Moon Knight, if you wanted. He shouldn't be the biggest villain. I don't like it, so please let me know what you guys think of that. And we get some more stuff happening in Avengers Mountain. The Starbrand baby can't sleep in her crib. We have Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, and Doctor Strange talking about how there's a bunch of stuff about being reborn and all these things and how they've all done it. And Danny's like, you know, is this about the caveman Avengers? Like, I've read a bunch of books and never once has anything ever been said about a Kunlun fighter in like the billion years ago. It's like, oh yeah, no shit, Danny, it's a stupid idea. It is, I don't get it. I don't care though, like, does this, it's just dumb. It doesn't really matter, does it? But the Phoenix Force is coming, I guess, and what they're seeing here is we have Thor and Blade talking out there. I always forget Blade's in this book, even though every issue I've read he's been in it. I just don't think about Blade as an Avengers character. But who cares, honestly? And they're just talking, and Blade's like, how come we haven't killed the Phoenix Force? And Thor's like, well, you can't really just kill it. It's complicated. But we know it can't be trusted. And I guess the Allfather knows how to make it bleed, even if it kills Thor, which I'm like, yeah, I seriously doubt you're gonna die, Thor. Like, it couldn't be less meaningless. I don't know. It's just so dumb. Then guess what? We cut further back in time to 4 billion years ago, where a celestial like dies and spits up on a planet, and a bug is there, and that's when that's like the seed where the maggots start to form. And then, oh my god, do we get some really stupid things? I think this is stupid, okay? You guys can let me know what you think. But we see that Mephisto is planting the seeds of people who will become villains. Like people, like Apocalypse. No, okay, I don't care. I don't care what you're doing with Mephisto, but there's no way in hell that Apocalypse would be persuaded to go evil because of Mephisto. Like, that should be the Apocalypse just wanted to have his own, I don't know. I hate that so much. Then we see that he like talked to the Hulk, and the Hulk went bad for a moment there, and we see like a space shark at some point, and then we see like a million years ago on Earth when the caveman Avengers, which is stupid. Okay, so let's break this down, because I've never looked at this before in my life. The caveman Avengers. I'm gonna assume that the big guy there is Odin. I'm going to assume maybe the one in the middle is a Sorcerer Supreme who kind of looks like Dracula. Obviously, that's a Hulk. Obviously, that's a Black Panther. Obviously, there's a Phoenix Force. Obviously, that mammoth is a Ghost Rider. I'm going to guess the lady in the back is an Iron Fist. Is that right? I hate all of it. I hate this so much. It looks stupid. But I guess Thanos shows up. Or somebody... like the daddy of Thanos or something is just like, yeah, the kid will come to destroy the world. And it's like, yeah, who gives a shit? Then we go centuries ago where Thor is still young. He's battling Apocalypse. You know, that classic fight we've never seen before. Or have we? I don't care. There's a caveman looking motherfucker who's got the Sorcerer Supreme shit. Yeah. And then a few years ago, when Hulk went mad and attacked the Avengers, you know, because Mephisto, we're saying Mephisto is responsible for all that, and in the future Mephisto will be responsible for the Doom the Living Planet attacking Earth, and we see a version of Thor, and like I'm going to assume that's just some chick and like an old Wolverine with the Phoenix Force, a bunch of dumb shit. I don't know. Why is this an Avengers book? It's just all a bunch of shit. I don't get it. And then I guess we get some more ideas here in the modern day. Or is it the modern day? They say now, but it can't be now. The great-great-grandson of Ambrose Randolph Winthrop meets Howard Stark. And it's like he turns into like a monster or something. I think like a werewolf comes with him, or like just like a dog, like an evil like Doom dog or some shit just comes with this Howard Stark and just kills things, and we see that the dog's Mephisto, and it's like, we're gonna take over your curse. Is this a thing? Has Howard Stark come back in this book, and was this Howard Stark a demon or something? This is the Avengers book, so I just listed off a bunch of random shit. A bunch of shit. Does any of this feel like an Avengers book to you, or does it feel like anything I said was compelling? Do you want Mephisto to be responsible for the Hulk lashing out against the Avengers, for him manipulating Apocalypse and becoming a villain? Do you want Mephisto to be responsible for all those events that you know from history? Do you like the idea of the Phoenix Force coming back to fight the Avengers, or do you like the idea of the 1 million BC Avengers? These all sound terrible, don't they? I hate it. Why is Howard Stark here? Why is any of this happening? Why is there a Starbrand baby? Why did I decide I'm going to continue reading Avengers books? No. It's just... Yeah, I get it. I get what they're doing, but it's not good. It's not good. But if you like it, that's great. I think it's bad. So Avengers issue 38. What the hell was I reading? I don't really know, but you know what? I read the book. We said things happened, and I guess Mephisto is the most powerful being in existence. So that's fun. Anyways, I'm going to give this book a 5 out of 10, and I'm never going to think about it again until I need to get mad at the Avengers for something stupid. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.